Alright. Just getting set up here, guys. Might as well pull up my gacha here. Hi guys. It's not wanting to pull it up on my computer, so I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with this way. Alright, since people tend to ask me a lot how I do my gacha edits, I'm going to be pretty much doing a quick walkthrough of what I mainly do. So, first, you gotta get your character, obviously. Aw, I love you too, sis. Okay. Do you guys have any requests for the kind of character I should do? And, a tip for those who are planning to do edits, don't, put a color fade, because it will make it a lot harder to do the edit, so just an FYI. Badass boy. Alright, I'll make a boy. Actually, some people might get offended by that hair. I don't put any of the eye glares because I tend to add those in on my own. But feel free to if you want to. Yeah, I know they are. Your edits are good. So pretty much just get it to what you want. Then you go into Studio. Then you grab your character. Make sure all your character can be seen, because that is important. Then you take a screenshot. Alright, so once you have that... Oh yes, I love those cookies. I love cookies. Alright, so I'm going to hop on to IBS Paint. Oh, I selected the wrong thing. Original. But use the other option if it takes up too much space on your device. So what you want to do is you want to select all of the green screen and everything that you pretty much don't want. Once you have that selected, you will want to go to this and click the clear layer, which will then leave you with a completely transparent background. I like to size up my character, so feel free to do so. Alright, so now what you can do, since you've got to this stage, is you will select the bit you want to start shading. Doing this will allow you to color only in the areas you've selected, instead of coloring on the entire character, which is important for those who can get a little sloppy with their shading. Then you just shade it as you please. You can add any effects that you'd like to add to your character. If you had a fade of color that you couldn't add on before, you now can do that. And the reason why you don't want any type of fade on your character from the beginning is because it makes it difficult to select when you select the bits that you want to color on. So that's just a tip. Then make it so that you can see it, obviously. And now that part of your character is done. You do this process with all the parts that you wish to shade. So by the way, that is not a promotion. Can't really help it if an ad pops up on an app that is publicly used. So yeah, right here I'm just gonna keep shading it. If you're using this app, I suggest using the back buttons if you end up accidentally selecting anything you do not wish to color in, because it will affect it. Believe me, I've made that mistake before. Layers also come in handy when it comes to these types of things, so you can change the gosh, I can't think of the word. Like how much it shows on the canvas. Or you can just go ahead and go into your palette and just do a darker color. But still, I suggest using layers just in case you mess up something. Gosh, they're playing music downstairs. Anyways, yeah, this is pretty much just a quick edit. to be honest, if you really wanted to just leave your background the way it was, you can do that as well. But for those who want to add in their own personal background that gacha doesn't have, taking out the background and adding a green screen in and all that can help with that. So, yeah. For the skin, I do not do with the black. I do liner burn, which kind of does like this. It makes it, I guess, more like what an actual shade on skin is, because skin's a little bit different than clothing with such colors. So, I mean, unless your character is super pale, I tend to do this. But I mean, it doesn't really affect it too much. I just think it adds more, like, it looks more vibrant in color, like it actually is meant to be that way. I like to add a little blush on all my characters to make them look actually, like, alive. I make it really bold, but then I tone it down a bit. Huh? Honestly, I'm planning to make a new server for my channel because my other one kind of died, and I've gained a lot of subscribers since then, so. And while I'm at it, I'm actually gonna get rid of this symbol. Because I don't like it. Why are you crying, huh? Now on to the eyes. Gotta give him pupils. I'm lazy too, Mid. Okay? I try not to show it, but yes, I am very, very lazy. And I will admit that. Sure I do, but that doesn't mean I'm better than you. So that's just the general way to shade your character and do as you please with it, honestly. If you want to add any, like, extra stuff like wrinkles or, you know, like, remove things and pretty much do anything that isn't already there. So, I don't go too crazy with it though, so. So once you've gotten your character, then you will want to pretty much go into Google to see if you can find like a good background. I'm gonna do a dark forest. What do you mean, the brush I'm using for my character? The brush I use is called Dip Pen, and it's the hard one. It kind of fades it out where it ends and finishes, which I actually kind of like, so. But it just depends on the person. So then you go in and you add whatever type of background you prefer. Doesn't really matter. And then you drag it all the way down. Then what you do now is you go to Canvas, Trim, and this lets you cut down on the canvas. I'm in the middle of a stream mid. And if you feel like adding an outline, this is what you do for that. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But it's pretty much just the filter and then style. Then you attach that. And then of course, I'm going to sign. And then I place that to wherever I please. And then there you go. That's your basic edit. Yep, thanks for watching, I guess, guys. Yeah. Pretty much the purpose of this was because a bunch of people have been asking me about it, and it's not as easy to, like chat with them and things like that, because it's hard to explain the directions sometimes. And yeah. Yep, these are my friend Mid's edits. She tends to add on a bunch of stuff, as you can see. And yeah. Well, thanks, Horsey. But yeah, that's for those who have been struggling with it for some reason. It sounds complicated when you explain it through chat or something, but it's honestly not. I mean, I've used it for over a year, so. Well, I wish you all the best of luck on your edits, and that's the end of this quick explanation stream, pretty much. Adios.